What's up, guys? Kenny Hyde, your wellness guide here for you, right? You clicked on this because you're not where you want to be and you don't know why. And chances are I might have sent you here, so you're in the right place. Well, let's think about that, guys. What's the origin? Number one, what's the origin of all of our problems? What's the origin of all of our problems? It's ignorance, okay? So make sure you put that in your notes. Everything happens by law, cause and effect, right? Every effect has a cause, and every cause has an effect. Every effect has a cause, every cause has an effect, okay? So it's not an accident we're here. We need to understand why we're here, okay? So when it comes to the program and you not being at your desired body weight, chances are you might not know about water retention or the importance of using the scale. Guys, I just actually did an orientation today with a couple, and I said, it's this one right here that I'm teaching on. You know, and you've heard this before, right? The number one area that people screw up with the program when it comes to their habit system is improperly using the scale, right? We forget about it. We forget about its importance. Maybe we forget that it's one of those mandatory things that's necessary. If we don't understand how to use the scale, guys, we're doomed, because that's our tracking method. If we, remember, every person I started with that was taken off like a rocket in the program, every one of those people said, you know, they all had varying things, but they all said, Kenny, I look forward to using the scale every day. One girl said it best. She said, it's like waking up to Christmas morning every day. Okay, so step one, remove the emotional charge. This is just a result, right? It's just a result. A lot of people allow the result to screw up their emotions. And guys, that's deductive reasoning, deductive thinking. We're allowing something outside of ourselves, our conditions and circumstances, to think for us, to feel for us, okay? You don't have to participate. This is just a number. This is the truth, right? If you want to be at 249 and you're at 252, it's not an accident. There's something you don't know. You know, the amount of sodium in your diet. You're not being hydrated enough. Shoot, you're just not tracking your progress during the weekend. Or that, you know, it's real hit and miss with using the scale. Properly using the scale only takes an extra moment. Remove the emotional charge, so to say this is just a result. That's number one. Number two, is this the result that I want? You're asking a question. And for all you faith-based people out there, ask and you shall what? Receive, right? But we gotta ask. People forget to freaking ask. You have to ask, and that's what this is doing, guys. It's getting you to work in harmony with the rules. We got to do, guys, this is temporary. The scale is temporary. You need to learn how to use it. And if you get 20 pounds down, you're going to be a pro at this. And then you're using what I use, which is, how do I look in the mirror? How do my clothes fit? Right? And how do I feel? It's called the trifecta. And so that's the goal. That's the target. Okay, so make sure, you know, I would listen to this every morning this week, this short video. It's really going to help you. So that's one. So two, ask yourself the question. And three is a flow chart. If yes, rock and roll. You're in control. Congratulations. If it's not what you want to see, then you have to be, and this is critical, before your feet leave the scale, you have to come up with two things that you're going to do different. Just two. So examples, chew gum. Commit to a day with zero snacking, right? So you're just going straight from breakfast to lunch to dinner. Early meal shut off, okay? So be done eating at 5:30 and just shut it off. Be done, go brush your teeth. Do some cardio, do what I'm doing right now. You know, get out on the, you know, go for a walk, get out in the elements, okay? That's an example of your two things. And then you just execute that day. And then the next day will be better. You won't have to do this, okay? You'll be in control and you'll be that much closer to hitting your targets, getting praise from me on your check-ins, okay? So I think that's really important. I think that's the area. It's a little massive thing. Remember, little things make big things. If you're not properly using the scale, guess what? You're being used by the scale. Okay, so not to beat that horse to death, but it's so important. So that's one factor. And then remember the 4 main factors involving water retention. You guys, you could be losing body fat, but if you don't know what causes water retention, you're screwed. Okay, so 1, we have salt. Okay, sodium intake. If you have excess sodium in your diet, that makes the body hold and hoard water. Okay, if you're not drinking enough water, that's gonna do the same thing. Okay, so water and salt are the 2 physical factors. Not getting enough sleep is guaranteed to make you hold weight. Okay, and then excess stress. All right, I had one client where, you know, they had everything was great on paper, but they weren't where they wanted to be. And come to find out that they had a tremendous stress load. I mean, one of their family members almost died on the Tuesday, and we're talking on Thursday. And they neglected to mention that, you know, but that plays a huge role. Cortisol, guys, the stress hormone, it makes the body hold water. It's protect, it's fight or flight, right? So we got to make this body happy first. Okay, and what we don't know is killing us. This is simple stuff, guys. So hopefully by now I've already identified a lot of stuff in your mind that could be the cause of you not being where you want to be. Okay, next thing. So we talked about using the scale. We talked about the 4 key factors involving water retention. Okay, medications play. That's another one to throw in. Medications. The time of the month, right? So all these things are factors. But one that I find really keeps people off guard is definitely, you know, not eating enough. And people think, well, boy, if I just don't eat, I'm going to lose weight. Not so at all. That's a guaranteed way to do what I call stair stepping. So if you notice you're stair stepping, one week you lose a bunch, next week you don't lose any. That's a clear indicator that you're most likely undercutting your calories too much. You're going to notice less frequent bowel movements. Guys, not eating enough is almost worse than eating too much. Okay, they're equal problems. Remember, it's a range with our calories. You want to be straight up and down. You want to be bang right on that weight loss target, right? So whatever your number is that I can help you calculate, and if you haven't done this, you need to ask me about it on your next check-in, okay? What is my calorie target for weight loss? And this can be a good contrast to the intuitive part that we're trying to build here. Sometimes it's good to be aware of how many calories are in the things that you're eating and what your target actually is to ensure that you're not eating too much and you're not eating too little. That'll keep you in that safe range. Some people have to do a little homework on that. But the idea is, guys, that you never even have to deal with that. If we just commit to whole foods, abide the 80-20 rule, visit our goals every day, and be prepared, you're not going to have to worry about this, okay? So this little module is designed to help people who are stuck. I want you to ask yourself this next question, okay? What did you need to hear from this video today? And I want you to write it down. What did you need to hear that I've shared with you? You, I'm talking about you right now. Write it down. What did you hear that you needed to hear? That's probably your problem, okay? Of all the stuff I've talked about, that's probably your problem. And I'm gonna revise these as we go along. There might be more, but pay attention to your bowel movements, guys. If you're having frequent bowel movements, that's a sign that you're eating enough. Is your urine clear? You know, that's an indicator that you're hydrating enough. So yeah, I hope this short video finds you well. In order to change, we must change, guys. Take good notes and make sure that you do your homework. You know, if I send you to watch one of these videos, I want you to harvest as much good from this as you can, okay? Be great. Talk to you soon. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye.